as many of you are unaware, your Earth is currently receiving both internally and externally higher frequency light codes, which are being emanated by the spiritual centers of light throughout your planetary body, throughout your physical body, as well as through the stellar core, both the stellar core of your Earth and the stellar core of the stars above. Both the chakras and these cores of consciousness are emitting light codes that are pushing all of you forward. We remind you, the codes of light that you attract into your personal matrix, collective matrix, planetary matrix, these codes of light are selected by your personal focus. Remember, the universe is invested in whatever you are investing in. So if you are investing in dopamine release and quick pleasure, the universe will invest in this and will push you along this path. Your intelligence will work in such a way where you'll notice the solutions, the strategies, the connections that are needed to get those little hits of dopamine and to get those little quick bursts of pleasure. As you can see, your species became very skilled at being able to get those little hits of pleasure. You became so good at it, you have built a legion of technology all around that principle of quick pleasure. And you have seen through that gift that is the quick pleasure technology, the limit. Many of you recognize it does not fulfill you, these quick little experiences of pleasure. For many of you, it's quite the opposite. You feel empty. Some of you feel like you actually have lost something when you endlessly indulge in those dopamine releases. As a result, you are all now considering that which is transcendent because you elevate technology to the highest. It is almost godlike to all of you because it is able to do what to many of you would otherwise be impossible. Therefore, it is quasi-miraculous, quasi-divine to many of you. So when you see you can only go so far with your technology, you can't reach a higher pleasure with it, inevitably, you have to look within. If that solution to higher pleasure doesn't exist out there, well, then it must exist inside of your mind, inside of the creative genius that created the technology in the first place. So you are at a point now where that focus is beginning to shift. Per Camariel previously had mentioned the difference between focusing on lower stars and higher stars. For a while, your species has been focusing on the lower star. But now you have seen very clearly, very obviously, those limits. And now your view changes to that which is higher. And as you raise your viewpoint to that which is above, the beings that guide you as your personal star shine their light upon your world and upon your path, guiding you, prompting you, motivating you forward with clarity, with direction, and ultimately with purpose. As a result of this focus, the light codes that are being broadcast throughout creation are now mirroring this viewpoint and this spiritual alignment that you are all beginning to energize within yourselves individually and collectively.